Think back to why you turned on the television tonight. You wanted to understand the world. You wanted to be a responsible, informed citizen. Behind the screens, you are looking at a highly engineered advertising delivery system designed to harvest your attention. Every breaking news banner, every red countdown clock, every graphic flashing developing situation, these are carefully tested psychological triggers. They exist to keep your eyes glued to the screen for one more minute, so one more commercial can be shown to a viewer in a state of manufactured anxiety. Ultimately, you are the inventory being sold. In 2014, researchers at McGill University gave participants a choice between positive and negative news stories. Even when people explicitly stated they preferred positive content, they consistently clicked on the negative stories. This happens because of a biological exploit. Your brain has an ancient survival instinct, an evolutionary wiring designed to strictly monitor threats in your environment to keep you alive. News executives weaponized these biological loopholes decades ago, constructing an entire editorial framework designed to keep your threat receptors firing. This chart compares news engagement levels across story types. Notice how the negative news bar rises exactly 30% higher than positive stories. In broadcasting, that higher engagement strictly equals more screen time, which translates directly into higher advertising revenue. The news industry systematically measured and optimized your fear as a foundational business strategy. To keep that revenue climbing, editorial teams actively optimize their daily content to maximize one specific biological response: outrage. In 2021, whistleblower Frances Haugen leaked internal Facebook documents proving that outrage-inducing content spreads 6 times faster than any other type of information online. Television news adopted this model early. This graphic breaks down a standard headline. A 2019 National Academy of Sciences study found that for every word of moral outrage added, the likelihood of that story being shared increases by stacking 20% multipliers. This means editors are not curating stories based on civic importance. They are writing headlines based on how much anger they can generate per square inch of text. You are being deliberately provoked. An angry, agitated viewer stays on the screen longer, making them far more valuable to the advertiser waiting on the other side of the commercial break. But this mechanical pursuit of profit has a severe, measurable human cost. Look at this demographic data from a 2020 American Psychological Association report. It shows that 72% of Americans report being stressed specifically by the news itself, rather than actual world events. The stress is sourced from the medium, not the message. Researchers at the University of Sussex found that watching just 14 minutes of negative news consumption causes a measurable spike in anxiety and actually distorts a person's ability to solve their own personal problems. The daily broadcast presents a carefully curated, terrifying interpretation of the world, rather than an accurate reflection of reality. Providing a version of the world that makes you feel incapable of surviving without constant updates functions as a form of dependency creation. The evidence is clear. The modern news media operates as a mechanical system, exploiting your survival instincts and manufacturing outrage purely to harvest ad revenue. You tuned in to understand the world. Instead, you are kept frightened, because frightened people are profitable. Recognizing these psychological triggers breaks the spell. Once you see the invisible machinery working behind the screen, you regain your autonomy. Now that you know exactly what the news is doing while you watch, the judgment falls to you. You are the jury. Is the media guilty or not guilty? Leave your verdict in the comments below.